Hey, welcome to We Build, We Learn. My name is Daniel, VA3SDO, and this is going to be our first episode of a series I want to call Ham Shack Shorts. And Ham Shack Shorts is designed to be separate from our bigger projects that we're going to do, and they're going to be 5-minute videos of small projects that we do around the shack in order to improve our ham shack and overall experience as radio operators. About 10 years ago, maybe more, I built these plywood gears for the wall in my boy's room, just to be like a wall mural. And they never made it on the wall, and so when I was building my shack out a couple months ago, I found them in storage. And I decided to use them in my shack, and with a specific idea in mind. I wanted to build a call sign mural that would be on my wall and look pretty good. So let me show you what the gears look like right now without anything on them. And then let me show you what the design that I came up with in discussion with some of the guys on Discord. So let's talk material selection. I chose to go with acrylic. There's two reasons why I decided to go with acrylic over other stuff like MDF or any other type of material. And that is that number one is I have it. I have leftovers from other projects. And number two is it finishes really nicely. It's got a beautiful sheen to it. And the tricky part though is that if you don't know how to process it properly or don't have the equipment to process it, it doesn't look as good and you can actually ruin the material. But it is possible to do it with other machines besides for what I'm using. And so what we'll do, let's just head to the shop and let's start to work on this project. Hey guys, so we're here at the shop, we're in the graphic department, and let me show you the laser CNC. This is a 4-foot by 8-foot laser CNC. You can see in here I've opened up the casing, and so here this is the main laser tube. I think it's 140 watts, I don't remember, and it's water cooled. And so essentially the laser comes out the end, it bounces off of mirrors, and it goes down to this thing here. And that is where the laser comes out, and that is adjustable right here to adjust the focal point of the lens that is in there so that you get a good clean cut depending on the thickness of the material that you're cutting. Let me give you guys a brief overview of a laser tube, specifically a CO2 laser tube. What side of this tube? First, we have our electrical lead that connects to our anode. Then we have our water inlet here. This is where our chilled water comes from the water chiller, and first goes to this cavity behind the reflective mirror. This mirror is plated in gold, and then it continues on to our water jacket. On the output side, we have our water discharge that goes around this mirror and then out back to the chiller. We have our cathode, and this is a very special mirror. It is reflective, but it lets certain frequencies of light through, and that's where the laser is emitted. All right, so we are ready to go. And so I printed out my logo just so we can know what we're referring to. This is all used scrap, leftover material. There are a couple scratches in here. I'm not too worried about that right now. There are ways to polish it out, as well as it depends how it looks. We'll see what happens. This red looks a little bit darker than what I had thought. Number one, like I said, I'm using used material. Number two is this is actually translucent red, and it really pops when you put the light behind it. It's hard to tell right now, but if you look at the reflection off of that tube, you'll get an idea of what this red can look like. Ready? Let's go. all the letters are cut out. It just only thing left is to do a template. So let's take a look and see what it looks like here at the shop, and then we'll go back and install it. Well, we're back at the shack now, and as you can see, I've installed the logo, and I think it looks pretty good. I do need to add some lighting. I have some small LED little spotlights that I can add above here, and maybe I'll play with that some other time. But for today, I think this project is complete. And well, if you liked it, I ask you to subscribe, to hit the thumbs up button, and also leave a comment. And if you have any ideas for projects we can do in the future, please don't hesitate to let me know. And I look forward to seeing you on the next project.